The following is a transcript reconstruction of 17 voicemails left on the personal mobile phone of Coast Guard Station Chief Martin Reyes by Margaret Colleen Ostrove, age 44, lighthouse keeper at Harrow Point Automated Aid Station, on the night of the 14th of last October. The light at Harrow Point was found operational at first light. The logbook was complete. The keeper was not present. The Twilight Registry has transcribed the voicemails in the order they were received, with timestamps where available. Voicemail 1, received 11:58 p.m. Martin, it's Peg. Sorry to call so late. There's something in the water tonight. I know how that sounds. There's just something out there past the rocks that's been in the same place for about 3 hours now. I can't get a good look because the light doesn't sweep that far out. I put the binoculars on it. Couldn't make out much. Big. Probably kelp. Probably a seal colony on something. I'll let you know if it moves. Sorry to bother you. Give Karen my love. Voicemail 2. Received 12:31 a.m. Me again. It moved. Not away from the rocks. Toward. Slowly. I've been watching it with the glasses. I think it might be. Martin, it's making a sound. Not like seal. Not like anything I can name. It's low, like something below hearing, except I can hear it. So I suppose that doesn't make sense. The tower's vibrating a little. Probably the wind. It's a clear night, no wind to speak of, but the tower's vibrating. I'm not worried. I just wanted to note it somewhere. Calling you is noting it somewhere. You can go back to sleep. Voicemail 3. Received 1:02 a.m. Pet again. Martin, I want to note for the record that I have been doing this job for 11 years, and I have seen large marine animals before. I have seen basking sharks and humpback whales, and once a leatherback turtle the size of a kitchen table. And it was spectacular and not frightening. I want to note that what I'm seeing right now is also spectacular. I don't want you to think I'm frightened. I'm watching it very carefully. It is not like a whale. It is not like a shark. I don't know what it is. It's becoming more visible as it gets closer, and the light catches it on the rotation. And I would like to describe it to you, but I am not finding the words for it. That's unusual for me. I'm going to keep watching. I'll call you back. Voicemail 4. Received 1:44 a.m. I was on the catwalk talking out loud, just narrating, the way you do when you're alone out here, just keeping yourself company. I said something, I can't remember what, and it changed direction, towards the station. I went inside. I'm inside now. The window faces the rocks, and I can see it from here when the light comes around. I want to say it's beautiful. That's what keeps coming into my head. That it's beautiful. I don't know why. It's enormous, and it's coming towards the station, and I keep thinking it's the most beautiful thing I've seen in 11 years of this job. I think that's probably a symptom of something. I just wanted to note that I'm noticing it. Voicemail 5. Received 2:11 a.m. The vibration is stronger. The panes are rattling. Not from the light, The light's been running all night without incident. From the sound below the sound it's making. I went back outside because... this will sound absurd. I went back outside because I missed it. I could hear it, but I couldn't see it from the window, and I missed it. 11 years. I've never missed anything out here before. I've had it counted down to the hour every single deployment. I just wanted to see it again. I'm outside now. It's at the base of the outer rocks. The water around it is smooth, Martin. Dead flat, in a circle, while the rest of the surface is normal. I'm going to try talking to it again. It responded. I said its name. I know I'm saying that like I know its name. I know I don't know its name. But when I spoke, there was a sound that came back that felt like a name. My name. Coming from something that doesn't have a mouth the way I have a mouth. I'm having some trouble with the chronology of the last few minutes. I went to the catwalk railing and looked down, and the rocks are gone, Martin. Not. They're still there, but the thing is adjacent to them, and the thing is so large that the rocks look like something that belongs to it, like part of its surface. And I can see the rocks and the thing at the same time, and I cannot tell where one ends. I want to go down to the water. I know I shouldn't go down to the water. I'm going to stay on the catwalk. Witchsmail 7. Received 2:47 a.m. Still on the catwalk. It's been calling my name for 18 minutes. Or something that functions as my name, in a register I feel in my chest, rather than hear with my ears. The light keeps sweeping over it. Every time it does, I see more of it than I saw on the previous sweep, which makes no physical sense given how the light works. I can't tell you what I'm seeing, because I don't have the vocabulary, Martin. And I've read a lot of books. I'll tell you this. It looks like patience. I know that's not a physical description. It looks like something that has been patient for a very long time, and is now at the end of the time it agreed to be patient for. I think it has been here before. I think this is not its first time at Harrow Point. I think I knew that before tonight, and filed it in the wrong category. 4th and 8, received 3:08 a.m. Martin, I want to tell Karen that the flowers she sent last March were beautiful, and I kept them in the kitchen window until they were almost dust. She didn't have to do that. I want to tell you that you are always very fair with the posting schedule, and I never told you I appreciated it, but I did. I'm still on the catwalk. I haven't gone down to the water. I'm watching it. It has begun, in the last 10 minutes, to do something I can only describe as breathing, except that the inhale draws in light. I mean, the beam, the rotation. I can see the beam bending slightly on its inward stroke, which is physically impossible for a lighthouse beam. I'm mentioning it so you have it in the record. Voicemail 9. Received 3:22 a.m. I think it knows where the light comes from. I think it has been watching the light for longer than there has been a light at Harrow Point to watch. I don't know why I'm confident about that, but I am. I am very calm, which I'm aware sounds alarming in these circumstances. I have not been calm like this since my mother died, and the afternoon after the service, when I drove to the coast and sat on the breakwater and watched the water and felt the grief in my body become something else, something quieter and wider. It feels like that. I want you to know I feel well. Voicemail 10. Received 3:41 a.m. I got down to the water. I know I said I wouldn't. I was only on the rocks for a moment. It didn't touch me. I want to be clear. It didn't touch me. But the sound it was making, Martin, up close, it wasn't a sound. It was more like the absence of sound, a specific and shaped silence. And inside the silence, there was I want to say a frequency, but it's not that. A memory, almost. Not my memory. Older than anything I would call mine. I came back up to the catwalk. My hands are wet. The water was flat, and there was no spray, and I don't know how my hands are wet. Voicemail 11. Received 4 a.m. The logbook is complete through tonight. I just wanted to say that. Everything is logged. The light is on. Everything is in order. I keep thinking about the word for what I am doing, which is waiting. Except the word doesn't feel accurate, because waiting implies the thing hasn't arrived yet. And whatever this is, Martin, it is already here. It has been here. I am the one who arrived. That's the thing about lighthouses, isn't it? We think we're the ones keeping watch. We think the light is ours to cast. I've been thinking that wrong for 11 years. Why does that require speaking to myself? The forest with my love and the first. Start and already swaying. I mean it the way you mean. A proof is beautiful, or a tide table is beautiful. Something organized according to principles so much larger than aesthetic judgment that the word beautiful is actually an admission of scale. I am very small, Martin. I have always been small, obviously, in the human sense. But, I mean, I am aware of my scale right now in a way that is not frightening. The shape below the water is not frightening. I know it is below the water now. I know because the rocks are visible again. It went below when I came back inside. It went below, the way a thought goes below. Not gone, just below the surface of the water, which is to say, below the surface of noticing. Voicemail 13. Received. 4:33 a.m. I think it came because I spoke to it. I think it comes when spoken to. I think it has always come when spoken to, from the beginning of speaking. I'm going to the catwalk again. If I don't call back tonight, the log is complete. The light is running. The station is in good order. Voicemails 14, 15, and 16 were received. At 4:41, 4:52, and 5:02 a.m. respectively. They contain no speech, only the sound of wind, the rotation of the light mechanism, and on all three recordings, a low, structured sound beneath the threshold of clear hearing, described by the audio lab that analyzed them as rhythmic, patterned, and of unknown biological origin, approximately 60 to 80 hertz, consistent across all three messages. The lab technician who analyzed the recordings requested a transfer to a different department within 48 hours of completing the report. She did not explain why. Voicemail 17, received 5:14 a.m. Martin, I'm going to be very straightforward with you, because I think I may not get another chance. I am on the catwalk. I am looking at the water. I want you to know I am not frightened. I want you to know I went down to the rocks and came back up. And I will probably go down to the rocks again, and I may not come back up this time. Not because it will take me, but because I think I may not want to come back up. I think that is the important part. I think I may not want to. I can hear it in my chest, Markin. The shape of my name in a language older than names. And I want to tell you what it's like. But I don't have the words. And I don't think I'll have the time. The light is on. The log is complete. Give Karen my love. Tell her the flowers were beautiful. Tell her I said the word beautiful, and I meant it properly this time. The Coast Guard reached Harrow Point at dawn. The light was operational. The logbook was complete. The water around the outer rocks was, per the responding officer's report, unusually flat and calm, in a circle approximately 40 meters in diameter. There was no sign of Margaret Colleen Ostrove. The rocks at the base of the station were wet, above the tide line, in a pattern consistent with something large having rested against them. The pattern was not consistent with any known marine animal. The Twilight Registry notes that Harrow Point has had 4 lighthouse keepers go missing since the station was established in 1891. All 4 disappearances occurred in October. All 4 keepers left complete logbooks. The station has a new keeper now. She has been briefed on safety protocols. She has not been briefed on what to do if something in the water learns the sound of her voice. The registry was not asked to brief her on that. We are not sure it would help.